Looking, looking.
All right, so the contest is in full gear. There's 15 days left for the contest. You guys should be seeing a little icon. You guys can click to see more details about that. But today, we're going over the Wing Sung 3008. Really just a marvelous, beautiful, cheap pin that comes with an excellent nib, in my opinion, because it comes with an extra fine nib. Well, the one that I bought comes in a fine and an extra fine. But enough about that. If you don't know what a piston filler is, you're going to find out in this video. To get a $5, less than a $5 fountain pen with a piston filler, an excellent one, if that. But what we're going to go over today in this fountain pen review, like I always say, is we're going to go over the aesthetics of it. We're going to talk about the length of it. We're going to talk about its filling mechanism, because this is a piston filler. It's a lot different than some of the other fountain pens I've been reviewing. And we're going to talk about its writing and the nib, and the characteristics that the nib seem to lack or have, and where the nib is coming from in terms of design style. That being said, let's get into the actual video. Okay, so the Wing Sung 3008. Some fountain pens that we can use to compare this with. The first one I'm going to choose is the Wing Sung 9159, which is a very small fountain pen. As you can see, the Wing Sung 3008 is a tad bit longer at the very end. Now we can throw in a Jinhao 992. And it's definitely getting up there with size now. It's definitely a lot bigger than the Wing Sung 9159. It's the perfect in-between these three fountain pens. And then we're going to throw in the Jinhao 250, which I have still yet to review. Now this fountain pen is more on par with it, but it's still lacking the length at the very end. Now we're going to throw in the Moonman M2. Let's check that ink splatter out right there. I need to clean that. Definitely need to clean that. All right, but still shorter. Still the winner right now, the 3008. And then we can throw in the Pin BBS 323. And the Wing Sung 3008 is still quite long. Now we can post these all and see which one is going to come out on top. Pin BBS 323. Sorry, you can't post, so you're not allowed in this video. The Moonman M2. The Jinhao 250. The Jinhao 992. And then we have the Wing Sung 9159. Okay. Now let's see how this goes now. Line these all up. And as you guys can see, the Wing Sung 3008 is even now quite longer than the other guys. We have the Jinhao 992 coming in dead last. We have the Wing Sung 9159 second to last. And we have the Jinhao 250 kind of just a tad bit with the nib coming closer in second place. And then we have the Moonman M2 in third place. Now in terms of all these fountain pens, the Wing Sung 3008 has to be my favorite in terms of price right now. It's a toss-up between that one and the Pin BBS 323. But the Wing Sung 3008 wins because it has one mechanism that most fountain pens don't have. Well, I'm not going to say most, but most fountain pens tend to have just a cartridge-style converter. And when we're talking about the cartridge-style converter, I'm talking about, let's see. I'm talking about this little thing that is in fountain pens, which is what you normally typically use in cheap fountain pens. Well, what they use in cheap fountain pens from China is these cartridge converters. So pretty much all you're going to do is you would unscrew the top and you would stick the fountain pen in. And when you stick the fountain pen in, that's when you start unscrewing it or screwing it down. And it's going to go all the way down. And then once you put the fountain pen in the ink, you dip the nib in the ink and the feed, and you start twisting it the other way. Twisting it the other way, it's going to start to suck up the ink, which you can see there's a tad bit of ink left in this fountain pen, which is why I don't want to start, twisting it. Now that's why it's very interesting with this fountain pen. Wow, that was definitely a speed racer going by. All right, that's why it's different with this fountain pen. This fountain pen offers a piston filler style way to get the ink up. So what that's going to mean is, if you look at this at the end right here, this cap, well, not a cap, my bad, this end of the fountain pen, as you can see, as you start to unscrew, right between here, this is where the ink would come up if I was sticking this fountain pen in an ink, and then you start to screw it down, push it down, and this is when the ink goes back into the fountain pen if there's any left in there. All right, so that is what we're going to do, is we're going to fill this fountain pen up real quick so that we can get down to the writing sample. Okay, so this is the writing portion of this review. So this is okay. Now, in terms of what nib I'm using for this fountain pen, or what nib I bought, I'm using a extra fine, and it also comes in a fine nib, but we all know how I love my extra fine lines. I love them to death. Now, do I think this is a true extra fine? No, I don't. I think it's between more of a medium, honestly. Now, in terms of line variation, can you get any line variation out of this fountain pen? Well, let's give it a go. This thing is stiff, boy. It is stiff. So this is with pressure, and this is without pressure. Honestly, pretty much the same thing. So I'm just gonna have to say this is not an extra fine, in my opinion. In my style of how I love extra fines, I still love the fountain pen. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an extra fine. If that's what you're looking for, a true extra fine. So the line variation, not a deal breaker. It's a stiff, still nib. It's all right. Nib kind of mimics, well, not mimics, but kind of goes off of Lamy, like I was saying earlier. But, this fountain pen is still very killer. A demonstrator, pretty much. Almost a full demonstrator. Has green in it and has green ink. I matched it like that, but there's a writing sample. Okay, so this is something I feel like I need to say just because for my channel, when it comes to me doing fountain pen reviews and writing samples, I'm no expert, like I always say. I'm always learning. And I know that means that I shouldn't be putting out bad content, but through my eyes, I'm trying to put out content just because I want to put out content because I love this fountain pen community. Now, I've already been learning quite a few things every time someone corrects me, and I love that because if you don't try anything, how will you get better and learn at it? Yes, I can do all this research, which I try to do, but I love learning things on my own and through experiences and messing up and then being corrected in a sense. So my fountain pen reviews and my channel, I want it to be for everybody and for people who just want to see what the fountain pen looks like before they buy it, how it writes. Is it going to be a good fountain pen? That's really what I want for everybody who's on my channel. A couple of things to note that I always forget. Does a fountain pen post? Well, you guys saw it already in the comparison, but yes, it does. Now, in terms of the weight, am I gonna post this fountain pen? No, because whenever I post this fountain pen, I feel like it's just gonna wobble and it's going to make ink come out since it's a piston filler and it's not really that secure. So yeah, the last few things I always forget and forgot. There's a few things on this fountain pen. So it comes with a gold band. Emphasis on the gold. Gold tone band. It has a Wing Sung 3008 on the band, and it has these characters. I'm assuming Chinese characters since it's a Chinese fountain pen, and I'm assuming that it stands for Wing Sung 3008. Maybe it does not. And a couple of other things. The feed, it's a transparent feed. If you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a transparent feed, meaning that you can see the color of the ink which is in the fountain pen. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for all the subscribers. I wonder if you guys are excited for this contest right now. Comment down below if you've already entered the contest. And also add to that comment what Chinese fountain pen you think will be given away to the 5 winners. I'm really interested in seeing on what you guys think it's going to be about. Thank you for watching. Have a great, marvelous, blessed day or night, time, whatever country you're from, whatever day it is there right now when you're watching this video. Have a blessed day. Everybody, just remember, you're loved by somebody. And if not, you can be loved by this channel and by me. And just never give up, okay? That's really what I really want to hit home. Never get up. Always have a smile on your face, because in today's society, many of us don't smile whenever... If you just smile, it'll just make you feel so much better, right? Like right now, I'm smiling. And now it sounds like this channel is going to a channel about motivation and smiling all the time when this is a fountain pen channel. But you know what? I'm trying to make sure this channel has everything. Vlogs, fountain pen reviews, in terms of my philosophy on life and my outlook on life, etc. So with that being said, I'm just rambling on. Have a blessed day. We out.